finish with one more question, and then Ben has some announcements about our next film. But before I forget, I just want to say one thank you to the volunteers who took their time to be here tonight. And they are Amy, Marc, Alex, Dee, and of course Marc and Robert. And you have good.
That's very stressful. I've enjoyed being here tonight. Really enjoyed. You know, it was my first time to see this film. And I thought, you know, the same thing as you thought, Marc, that, you know, black men in that film were very brave. Of course, there's a certain sadness that, you know, they were not being allowed to be themselves, and they were doing, you know, they were deserted by their families and all of that. And that's where I want to go, is that in Caribbean communities, in African communities, here in the UK, and, you know, elsewhere in Africa, there's still so much homophobia. And a film like this, I think, would work to be, you know, educational to communities like this, and to have conversations like this. There's still so much work to be done, and I don't see enough active work being done by black people within these communities to reduce the homophobia and to educate people and to really work with communities to let people be who they are, where they are. And that continues to worry me, because I feel like it's getting worse. And the people who want to be themselves just go and go silently and just don't engage. But it is important that we are all together, and you said that, you know, if we go clubbing, we should go clubbing all together, and, you know, there should be this space. However, there is still a lot of need for activism, you know, to stop the anti-gay bills in African countries, to reduce the homophobia within Caribbean communities, Asian communities, and African communities. And that activism is, I don't think, strong enough. Sorry to bring you all down. No, I'm glad that...
I think the problem that the black Afro-Caribbean community has is that at the core of a black community is normally religion, whether Christianity, Islam, whatever it is. And until people start to break down I'm not a very religious person. I would say I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. I don't believe in God, I don't believe in Jesus or whatever. And whoever does, that's fine, I respect that. But I feel like my grandparents are Jamaican, my grandmother goes to church every Sunday, she's a devout Catholic. And I feel like within these communities, it is still seen as that, like, to be gay is wrong. Homophobia fuels from those spaces. You're encouraged to read your Bible, or do you know what I mean? And I feel like the black community hasn't separated the fact that you can be a gay black Christian, you can be these things. So there's certain parts of Jamaica that, like, up until like a couple of weeks ago, people are still getting stoned to death. In the Middle East, people are still getting stoned to death, and it's until people kind of like are prepared to follow their own beliefs, which is from within them, who they are, and follow that you'll start to get more activists in places like that.
I'll make a really, really quick final comment on this, because anybody who knows me knows my view on this, which is around black communities being more homophobic than white. I challenge it. I don't think that's true. I don't think it exists. I think that it's expressed differently. I think it's out there and all the rest of it. I'm not going to get into that debate because that's a whole different evening and you're probably getting really vexed. But let's not go down that road. What I'm going to say is this, in response to what Winnie says around the activism. Racism is not going to end by black people alone. Do you understand that? Right? We can't do it. We need everybody in it. Homophobia is not going to end by gay people alone. So whenever I hear about the Uganda bill, whenever I hear about homophobia in Jamaica, whenever I hear about homophobia in black communities, It's all very well me, you standing up and going, it's awful. What I need, Winnie, what black LGBT people need is our straight allies to stand up in barbershops, in churches, etc. and go, you know what, that's bullshit. I have a gay son, I have a gay cousin, I have an LGBT aunt, not LGBT, I have a trans aunt, whatever it is. That's where the activism starts. That's what we need to do. I want my community to start standing up and going, we have these people here, we love them, accept them.
We are making
What's the
Thank you.
Oh.
All that has been one of the key things of the way in which LGBT people have come and stepped up. And it's that invisibility which I find really problematic. So when we were talking about it before, that is the type of activism that's going on. Inside of Baltimore, that is the type of activism that's happening. And maybe we need to be able to think about things differently.
Okay. Okay. Are you done? This man here says he wants to say something. I told him it better be short and I would stop him if it was going on.
Probably throw me out. My name is Andrew. I want to blow everyone a kiss from the past. Stuart, who spoke earlier, this is what a gay liberation front meeting was like.
Oh.
I won't stop that. No, not a bit. He's been to every one of the movies too. Very simply, well, first, some housekeeping. The volunteers would really love it if we picked up everything that you see and take it out with you. We're so pleased on the committee. Sean is on the committee. James is not able to be here tonight. Sylvie's on the committee. We're so pleased that you're liking this. This is exactly what we wanted. Sean just came up to me and asked me to reiterate, let us know what you want. Let us know what you're interested in. I really want to thank Phil, who stepped in, and Ronnie, who are with the Cinema Museum. They're incredible hosts. We have big hopes for doing other things like this. I know that people want to do more things like this, or other people doing other things like this here in this space. So when you walk out the door, make a donation. Make another donation. You can think about us on Facebook. You can also do by credit card, too. So everybody better organized. Let me see. So just to run it through a bit, we've actually sort of done the 90s. We showed Cellular Closet, we showed My Own Private Idaho, we showed The Crying Game, and now we're showing this film, and now we're going backwards. And it's been a part of the aspiration of the committee is that we really show old films, campy films, luscious films. And I think if Phil is ready, we're ready to show you what the next film is going to be.
Trying to miss it, baby.
I'm being taken.
There isn't
another life. Week after week, thousands of people. You're as young as you want.
As young as they are. I'm not still. 3 months ago, I was 40 years old. Four.
She worships you. It's like something out of a book. You're her whole life.
Have you really seen every performance?
I'd like anything, Miss Chan.
Would you really? How sweet.
What you gonna
Speaking of Miss Chan, Miss Bennett, I just can't say it.
Suddenly I've developed a big protective feeling toward her. A lamb loose in our big stone jungle.
She thinks only about you.
How do you mean that?
Like she's studying. Like it was a play or a book or a set of blueprints.
But Eve, Mark, let me tell you about Eve. She's got everything. A born actress. Young, exciting, vibrant.
Don't run on adjectives to me. However did you get the idea of any Eve reading this cancer?
Well, she's your understudy.
My understanding.
What's your problem about you?
Nothing you've ever done has made me as happy as you're taking me in. I'm so happy you're happy.
It's sweet. And an audience thinks this. She wanted to know about politics. She seems so interested.
She's a girl of so many interests. She's a young lady in politics. Studying as if I were who cares how I walk, talk, think, act, sleep.
We're a breed of thoughts, so as with humanity. We are the original displaced personalities.
To be a good actor or actress or anything else in the theater means wanting to be that more than anything in the world.
How can such a woman fool so many?
Well, how does any Eve do it?
And we're happy to say that Amy and I is going to be hosting the event, and also Owen Kelly from Ireland, who is not in the room tonight, is he? If you've seen other announcements, Let's Talk About Gay Sex and Drugs is on the 14th, 6:30 at Q Bar. Harvey, do you want to say what your announcement was from? You're okay? Okay, so you saw the announcement from Naz. If you're more interested in what's happening at Naz, look at the website. Please take advantage of these announcements. They're free announcements to you. If you have community things coming up, let us know in advance and we can put them right up. And anybody with anything else, I think it's sayonara. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget to stop.